السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وعظيمنا محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ورضي الله عن صحابته الراشدين المباركين والتابعين لهم بخير وإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم اجعلنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وأما بعد. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam as well as in faith, good morning to you. Inshallah, everything is going well. I wanted to make some brief comments elucidating again on our book that came out a little less than a month ago about centering the black narrative. And also, before I go into this actual subject, this very brief talk that will be given this morning, that two things. One, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, I will be tomorrow through Sunday at the Pearls of the Quran conference that will be in Reston, Virginia, along with some of the other shuyukh and scholars. So if you are in the area, and I think registration is still open, limited registration, especially if you're in DMV area. There will be a number of speakers there, including Ustadha Zainab Ansari, Sheikh Omar Suleiman, others who will be there at the Pearls of the Quran. And I will be around for conversation at the Pearls of the Quran, even if you're not able to attend, if you just want to meet and talk. The second thing is on March the 8th at the University of Michigan, sponsored by the Islamic Studies Department, that we will be having a discussion about this book, and that will be moderated by my brother from another mother, Dr. Rudolph Bilal Ware, the author of The Walking Quran, who's a tenured professor at the University of Michigan, that him and I will be having a discussion as it pertains to this book. If you go to the book, pages 95 through 97, you'll see a chapter about noble and notable Arabs relating to their mothers who were Arabs. This section of the book was written by my co-author, Sidi Ahmed Mubarak, may Allah preserve him. And there's some really excellent information in this, in names in this chapter. Some of the names that are mentioned, and I really want to stress or talk about one in particular, but there are several names of notable Arabs who have Ethiopian lineage in this book. And the primary reference to this was Tanwir Ghabish fi Fadli Sudan wa Habish by the Hanbali scholar Ibn al-Jawzi, rahimahullah. It mentions that Umar ibn al-Khattab's grandfather, Nufail, had an Ethiopian mother, and that al-Khattab, Umar's father, had an Ethiopian mother. So that is the ancestry relating to Umar that's mentioned in this book. What we also can see that of Ahl al Bayt Nubuwa, or the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that there were notable people amongst Ahl al Bayt who had African mothers. One of them is Imam Muhammad al-Jawad, the son of Imam Ali al-Rida, the son of Musa al-Qadhim, the son of Jafar al-Sadiq, the son of Muhammad al-Baqir, the son of Ali Zain al-Abidin, the son of Hussein al-Shahid, the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'een. That Ali al-Rida married a mother, Ali al-Rida married a woman who was from Ethiopian or Nubian background. This is listed in the books of Ahlul Sunnah, as well as in the books of the our Twelver brothers, the Ithna Ashari brothers. Actually, if you look at the majority of the 12 Imams of Madhab Jafari, minus Mahdi. There's khilaf about that, or even if this is the Mahdi. Of course, there's an ikhtilaf regarding the 12th Imam, and that's not my aqidah, that that the son of Hassan al-Askari is the Mahdi, although that is a belief amongst some of our brothers, not just of the 12ers, but even in Tariqatul Naqshbandiya, Sheikh Nadhim al-Haqqani, rahimahullah, had mentioned that as part of the belief amongst the Naqshbandiya, that the son of al-Hasan al-Askari was or is the Mahdi. Nonetheless, you will see that of the description of those imams, if you look at their descriptions in the books, that you will see that from Ali ibn Abi Talib, Muhammad al-Baqir, Jafar al-Sadiq, all the way up into al-Hasan al-Askari, these are described as people who had from brown skin to dark skin, black skin, and with kinky hair. And of course, this was the description of the Arabs, according to Ibn Manzur in Lisan al-Arab, that Arabs are primarily known as being in their alwan or lawn for skin color as being a sumar wal udma, as being brown and dark brown. So this was a description of Arabs to begin with, and many of them their hair was jad, or meaning kinky. But when we look at who these imams married, you will see that Imam Jafar al-Sadiq married a woman who was from Africa. Imam Ali al-Rida married also an African woman. So these characters from Ahl al Bayt Nubuwah had no problem with marrying African women, and of course this affected the physical features of the imams of Ahl al Bayt. Imam Musa al-Kadhim, who was an imam of knowledge in Baghdad and actually was in prison under the government of Harun al-Abbasi, who's commonly known as Harun al-Rashid. He gave himself that name, right? Al-Rashid, the righteous one. He was involved in a lot of oppression. If you read history books, you'll see the Hashemites who he actually locked up, and you will even read that after the death of Musa al-Kadhim, that he was hung on a bridge. His corpse was hung on a bridge to be seen by the people of Baghdad. But you will see in these books the descriptions of Imam Musa al-Kadhim, Imam Ali al-Rida, Imam Muhammad al-Jawad. They were described as having looks or physical features that would be basically indistinguishable to people that you'd see in the African American community, from my skin color being kind of like lighter brown to actually being extremely dark in skin color. This is one point that I want to make. There's others who are descendants of the Hashemites who had Ethiopian mothers. One was Jafar bin Ismail bin Musa al-Kadhim bin Jafar al-Sadiq. He had an Ethiopian mother. Also, Ubaydullah bin Hamza bin Musa al-Kadhim bin Jafar al-Sadiq also had an Ethiopian mother. This is from the Husseini side. From the Hassani side, there were Muhammad and Jafar, who were the sons of Ibrahim al-Ghamar bin al-Hassan al-Muthanna bin Hassan al-Sibt bin Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. They also had Ethiopian mothers. So Ibrahim al-Ghamar, who led a revolution against Bani Abbas, the brother of Anas and Zakiya, had children by an Ethiopian woman. And also for you to know that Abu Hanifa was a supporter of the Khuruj of not only this Imam from Ahl al Bayt, Ibrahim al-Ghamar, but also his brother Nafs and Zakiya, Muhammad ibn Abdullah bin Hassan bin Ali, and he also supported the revolution of Imam Zayd ibn Ali ibn Hussein ibn Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim wassalamuhu. So also we can see that Imam Abu Hanifa, as well as Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, had learned under the Imams of Ahl al Bayt, and also supported the Khuruj, or the Thawrat, the revolutions and the uprisings of Imams of Ahl al Bayt against unjust leaders, both from Bani Umayyah as well as Bani Abbas. Other Hashemites who had Ethiopian mothers was Suleiman bin Hassan, who was a descendant of Aqil bin Abi Talib. May Allah be pleased with Aqil bin Abi Talib. They also had Ethiopian lineage, or he had an Ethiopian mother. And in fact, brothers and sisters in Islam, there are people in Somalia today who are from Bani Aqil, who are from the children of Aqil and Abi Talib, and also from the Hassani and from the Husseini sides. When the Imams of Ahl Bayt left and went into Africa, they had children by African women. We can see this in the Ba'alawi clan that came to the Horn of Africa. We can see this from the Hassani side as well, from when Mawlay Idris, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhi, who established his government in Morocco. Some say he's the spiritual father of Morocco. Their descendants ended up, after time, moving further down in the south of Morocco, and also had children by African women. So there's a connection, brothers and sisters in Islam, and there's deeper connections as well. But just regarding the genealogy of the Hashemites, that it was not an uncommon or a strange thing, especially in the early period of Islam. When we look at the Salaf, it was not an uncommon thing for the Imams and from the Sada, the descendants of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi, to have taken on African women, to have had African wives, and that they sired children by African women. Thus, their physical description or their characteristics of them being described as black in complexion, not just due to the description of Arabs being predominantly darker back then, but of course doing or relating to their intermingling and their relationships that these imams had with black women, with African women. أقول قولي هذا استغفر لي ولكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.